Well, hello and thanks for joining me. So today is a bit of a monologue, something a bit different from my usual videos. It's not clickbait. I am actually looking to refinish my 1963 Strat. So I'm going to kind of just do a couple of videos really about this, and this one today is a bit of an introduction to it and why I'm looking to do it. Basically, I've always been into Strats. I love my Strats, and you may have seen my other videos about how I got into playing guitar, and especially how I got into lead guitar, and people like Mark Knopfler being my guitar hero. And I always wanted a red and white Strat, and I've been lucky enough over the years to have amassed a bit of a collection of guitars, I guess, and a lot of red and white Strats amongst those. But I always wanted an early 60s Strat, and really I wanted a Fiesta red, because to me a 60s Strat should be Fiesta red, right? And so anyway, the time went by and the prices were going sort of up and up and up, and going back a few years ago now, I actually bought a 63 Strat, early 63, so it was actually an early sort of L series 63 Strat, and it had been refinished. It was by and large pretty much original, apart from the 5-way switch had been added sometime probably in the 70s, looking by the age of the wiring. But it's basically an original guitar, but it had been refinished at some point, and it was black, and it had been quite badly refinished. It wasn't the best job in the world, to be fair, and controversial maybe, but I really don't like black Strats. They're not my thing. It's probably my least favourite colour. And although I do have a couple of black ones, and but by and large they're not really my favourites. So anyway, my plan was to refinish it in Fiesta red, and as I'd lived with this guitar for a year or two, which sounded great, by the way, slight digression, you'll find me doing this on occasion, but it really was the most amazing sounding guitar, and the best Strat I'd ever heard the sound of. And it was so nice, in fact, that I bought the amp the same day that I bought the guitar, because it was just like, I need that sound. That's the sound I need to take away. And I was scared that if I just took the guitar without the amp, I wouldn't get the sound that I wanted. So I bought the guitar and the amp. It was quite an expensive day that day. But anyway, the plan was to get the guitar back at some point and just repaint it red. And then I had ideas of grandeur and thought, no, one day I'll be in a position where I can afford an original untouched Fiesta red 63 Strat. And looking at the prices, I figured that's probably never going to happen. But I couldn't bring it within myself to have, let's say, a non-original red Strat. I thought, no, if I'm going to repaint my guitar, I don't want it to be red, because I just want an original red one, or not one at all, as it were. And so I pored over all the catalogues, looked at the old colour charts from Fender from the early 60s, because I wanted to put a period correct colour in there. And I kind of figured, right, okay, a lot of colours are overdone, and I wanted something that was a bit unusual but original to the period, and I went for Sherwood Green Metallic. So I sourced some really nice nitro Sherwood Green Metallic paint, and I thought, right, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to repaint this guitar, and that'll be that. So as I stripped the guitar down, but as I started taking the paint off and scouring away this not very nice black paint that was on there, and so on and so forth, I realised in all the nooks and crannies that actually there was residual traces of paint, and it was originally red. So after all of that, my guitar that I wanted red was red before. But by which time I'd already bought all the Sherwood Green Metallic paint and had it specially mixed, and I'd got it in my head that that was the colour I was going to paint it now. So I went ahead and I painted it, and I did a really nice job, to be fair. I took it all the way back, put the nitrocellulose sander sealer and everything in there, and the correct base coats and stuff. And it's a beautiful guitar, and I love it in many ways. And I played it as my main guitar for a few years, and with a blues trio that I played with, it was my main guitar, and we did a couple of 100 gigs with that, I would imagine. And anyway, we disbanded, and COVID came, and sadly we lost our bass player as well. And I just realised that for the sort of stuff I'm playing and where I'm playing and the writing that I'm doing, I'm not really using the 63 Strat anymore. And quite honestly, I could really would rather have, I think, a bit more money back in the bank now than a guitar under the bed or wherever that I'd never really play anymore. And so I tried to sell it, and coupled with coming out the back of COVID, people not having as much money perhaps as they used to. I live in England, so we had the whole kind of Brexit thing, and then that severed a lot of trade relationships, not just with the rest of the world, but also even within Europe. The import and export costs and taxes and fees and things and the shipping were just horrendous. So I couldn't really get buyers from the States or Australia, or even then within Europe, left me with a very small pool of potential buyers in the UK. And that's really not that many for a 63 Strat, and I really struggled to find anything like what it was worth, and I refused to give the thing away. So I figured I'd sit tight for a while. But one of the things is people really want a red one. It seems to be such a most popular colour. And so I found myself in this position where in order to sell the guitar, I need to paint it red. But the thing is, it was a red guitar originally. It's already lost the refin value because it's been refinished, so it's not original. So it's not going to particularly add or lose any more value by being repainted again, because it will be done properly. But I've got to the stage where I'm thinking, right, okay, let's paint it red Fiesta red Strat with the rosewood board, and it's just going to be superb. It's going to be beautiful. It sounds amazing anyway, plays really well. It's going to look gorgeous, and it just make it a lot easier to sell. But the downside of it, if that is a downside, is that I'll probably, once I get this guitar repainted and it's the right colour, i.e. the original colour and the colour that I want, I probably won't even then want to sell it, and I expect I'll probably then get people coming back out the woodwork trying to buy it from me, and then I'll be having the opposite problem where I'll probably just want to keep it. So anyway, I'm rambling a bit, but I just wanted to kind of give you a bit of background on that and say to stay tuned. Like the video, hit the notifications bell, please subscribe if you haven't already, because this is just the first one. This is a bit of a backstory, if you like, a bit of preamble to the whole thing, and then I'll be looking to repaint it soon. So and I really will probably, it will either be a rattle can job or it'll be a compressor in the workshop, but it'll be a home refin. And it's nothing to be scared of, and I wanted to kind of bring you along with the ride for that, because people really do kind of run a mile when they think of people painting their own guitars, especially vintage and rare guitars. They are beautiful, they're works of art, they're gorgeous, and they are tools for many people, myself included. But at the end of the day, dare I say, it's only a guitar, so there's nothing to be scared of if you know what you're doing and if you're careful. So that's it for now. So stay tuned, and as I say, we'll be bringing you some more detail soon on that. But just before I go as well, one of the other considerations is how far I take the restoration process, because that's one of the things I'm thinking about at the moment. Is painting, it's all very well and good, but when I first painted it, I kind of hadn't really filled and sanded it too much. I kept some of the original patina in the wood. But now I'm going for what I hope to be the final colour, sort of proper refin, if you will. I'm torn now between actually filling it, sanding it, and getting the body pristine again and getting all the dings out and refinishing it, or whether I actually just leave the original dings and marks in the bodywork, and then kind of blow over the top and leave those imperfections in there and give it a bit of aging afterwards as well. So I'm not quite sure yet exactly the approach I'm going to take, which is why I've not embarked on it right now. So that's something I'll be thinking about over the next couple of weeks or so. But if you've got any thoughts or any ideas, what you'd like to see, then please do leave it in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing what you think. I imagine we're putting the cat amongst the pigeons here somewhat, A, by refinishing it, B, by doing it at home myself. So yeah, I'll be interested to see what you guys have got to say. So anyway, that's enough of me for now. Thanks very much for watching. As I say, stay tuned, And also do check out the rest of my channel. I've got, oh crikey, well over 200 videos, guitar reviews, pickup demos, behind the scenes stuff, band stuff, studio stuff, original material, loads of things on there. So please do check it out. And also check out my website, www.dylansmithguitarist.com, and you'll find out more about me and what I'm up to there. So all the best for now, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.